Hey guys, Brennan here, BrennanValeski.com, and today we're going to be talking about how to create a custom landing page or product page for your e-commerce products. Now, a great example of this, you may not know what a landing page is or a product page is, but if you go to any store, right, you look at for physical product, right? This is an example here of a magnetic phone case that my girlfriend recently had purchased for her car, and this is actually one that you could probably find on AliExpress if that's where you're sourcing your e-commerce products from. But this is basically what a physical version of a landing page or product page should look like, right? So you have the product front and center, okay? And I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial today exactly how to create a digital version of this, which you guys definitely want to have to help sell your products and stuff like that. So the physical version, you got your little flap here, you're showing the key aspects of the product, right? It's got a sticky base, how to use it. You've got installing the little metal plate on the back of the phone, so then it can stick with the, magnetic phone holder, right? And then on the back, it's got little, 100% safe, will not damage your car or damage your devices and stuff like that. This is effectively what a physical version of a sales page is, right? You're in the store, you're trying to decide, hey, do I want to actually buy this product, right? Do I want to buy this product here? So without further ado, I'm going to hop into the computer in just a second and show you guys exactly how to do this, right? What you guys should have, to help sell your products, how to do that on the computer on your website to sell your e-commerce products. Alright guys, so we are now in the computer. Now taking a look at this first example here is by Survival Life, and this is for their credit card knife, which is a free plus shipping offer. Now, in comparison to a normal Shopify store, if that's what you're using for your e-commerce products, it may look something like this, right? This is one of my test stores I use just to use for tutorials. So as you can see, this is a black peel-off mask. You have your key features, how to apply it, but it's not that amazing. And especially when you're paying for traffic, you want people to go to something like this, like bam, you see the difference here between this versus just a standard Shopify store checkout page, right? So if you're sending traffic, this is going to be way higher converting than just a standard product page, or let alone people just putting AliExpress descriptions in their product pages. So comparatively, you still are showing the key features and how to apply it or how to use the product, but it looks so much better on this sales page here, right? This is just absolutely incredible. So that's what we're going to be going over, how you guys can actually go out and create something very similar to this for your e-commerce products, right? To help sell them and to get people to buy them, because this is going to sell people way better than, just something standard on a typical Shopify store, especially if that's what you're sending a lot of your traffic to. You want to have a custom sales page that can help increase your profit, right? You're going to have higher converting people that go through this page. So another example, and this is the example I'm actually going to be showing you how to create in today's video, how to do it and all that stuff, how to make these cool pages, is this one here. So I went out and created this landing page here through the landing page creator that I personally use. I'm going to be going through a list of exactly how you can get all this stuff set up as well. Links will be in the description as well to all of the different websites to get all the stuff to make it work, right? And it's very cheap in comparison to what you may be thinking. It's really not all that expensive to get this set up, and it's going to help you a lot. So this is the landing page here I created for an activated coconut charcoal powder. This is just an example for today's video that I went ahead and created so you guys can see the potential that you can create with a landing page, right? This is all with the system that I use. So as you can see here, you got your product on the left. It's very much like this, but 10 times better. It's very much like this, but the landing pages, the custom pages like this are just so much better at selling your products than just maybe a standard typical Shopify page. So right here, as you can see, you have your add to cart button. You still got your safe checkout. There's a countdown timer. And you also don't have to pay for any extra apps to have a countdown timer. All this stuff you can use with this simple landing page creator, which is really cool, honestly. And it's really great. So you can see here, discover the secret people across the country are using to achieve natural, beautiful white teeth. Okay, you got this, selling it, a really nice sales page telling people about the naturally derived whitening ingredients, right? You got your powders, oils, and then instructions. So this is just so much better. It's going to get you a way higher conversion rate than just sending people to a standard page that may not exactly be selling your product quite well. So as you can see, add to cart now, and when you actually click this button, which I'm going to be showing you how to set up as well, when you click this button, it then takes them straight to your checkout. If you're using Shopify, then obviously it'll take you to the Shopify checkout, or you can link any other kind of checkout system that you want to use. So it just takes people right to the cart with that specific product that they chose on this product page here, as you can see. So the stuff that you're going to need to actually set this up is a WordPress site / hosting, which comes out to around like $3 to $4 a month, depending on what plan you end up choosing, and a landing page creator, and a Shopify store or other checkout, depending on what you're doing. But with e-commerce products, I typically do recommend Shopify, and you can set it up with them as well. So as you can see, those are the three main things you need. So for WordPress site and hosting, which comes $3 to $4 a month, I personally use Bluehost. That is what I use to host my current website, and all my websites really that are focused around blogs or landing pages. Pretty much everything is Bluehost. Okay, any kind of WordPress site that I'm using is Bluehost. So this is what I use. Links to all these different sites will be down in the description box as well, so you guys can go ahead and get signed up if you do want to go with this system here. So as you can see, the WordPress site hosting, that is Bluehost. That's the one I choose to use. And then we have the landing page creator. Now, the landing page creator, a lot of people will go out and tell you, ClickFunnels, ClickFunnels, ClickFunnels. And the thing is, I like Russell Brunson. I like the stuff he puts out, and I like ClickFunnels. The thing is, it's just so expensive, okay? $97 a month, right? This is the pricing, is just so expensive for so many people. And it also doesn't have as much customizability. So if maybe you want something simple to use and you don't care about the customizability, then maybe ClickFunnels would be good for you. But if you actually want to make a full website, what I would actually recommend then is to utilize the whole Bluehost with your own site. And having your own site is also going to give you a lot of other benefits as well, other than just having the funnels, which is what the product pages can be designed on, like this one or like this one. You also get a large amount of other benefits as well to having your own WordPress site. You can do a lot of cool stuff like blogs, landing pages, anything you want, really. There's a lot of customizability there. So if you want something more simple, you can do ClickFunnels. But I personally don't use them. I actually use Thrive. So now Thrive Architect, this is the pricing here, which is absolutely incredible. Okay, Thrive Architect allows you to create the landing pages and Thrive themes in general. That's what I use on my sites. And as you can see here, let's just go back down to the price, because that's what I imagine most of you guys care about as well. Anyway, comparatively, one single license you can get for $67. Install it on your site forever. Forever. There's no monthly fees like there is with ClickFunnels, and you have access to the landing page creator. Literally a lot of the same features, and it's more customizable. You have your own WordPress site, and it's self-hosted, so that's another benefit there as well. So you can put it on your site. It gets all the features. They have a really amazing support team, as well as lots of video tutorials included in their site, and they update it constantly, so you get those free updates as well. And so for $67 comparatively, on one website, I mean, for me, the option was obvious. Now, if you do want more features, if you do want to build a full website, kind of like what I'm doing here with my blog, which I've been setting up over the last few weeks or months, really. It's been quite a while to set this whole thing up. That's why I haven't been uploading as much content for those of you guys who have been around for a little while. But this, you could set up a full-fledged website here with posts, blog posts, really anything you want. Then I would probably recommend, if you just want everything, if you want specific things, it may cost you more to buy a bunch of different single licenses. You could also go for the Thrive membership, which is still cheaper than ClickFunnels. And you get all of their stuff, right? You get the Thrive Architect, which is the landing pages to create the landing pages like this. You get the themes, the lead page, quizzes, you get tons of different stuff that you can use for your site. To build out and sell stuff on, and build out content if you want to go that route. And you can get all of that for $19 a month paid annually. So it's still, $19 a month versus $97 a month is still a big difference there. If you want to go the cheaper kind of do-it-yourself route, then I would recommend Thrive membership. If you do want all of the stuff, all of the features, maybe you want to set up different stuff, the membership is probably the better route for you. But if you really just want to go all in with just the landing pages, and you just care about doing like this, which I'm going to show you in just a second how to set all this up, then I would probably recommend that instead you just go for the single license. But if you want everything, if you want to build like a site kind of like mine with blog posts to your e-commerce products or whatever kind of stuff you want to do, if you want to build a full-fledged site, then the membership may be better for you. Just kind of comparing that and leaving it out there. Like I said, links will be down in the description for everything. But moving on back to the actual tutorial here for the landing pages, right? So for the landing pages, once you go ahead and get Thrive Architect, you get that plugin in there, okay, then the next thing that you can do as well is go ahead and start setting this up. So how exactly did I actually go to set this up? Now, if you are new to this kind of stuff, you're not sure what kind of products to sell, like if you want to sell a credit card knife, you want to sell this peel off mask, or maybe you want to sell this coconut charcoal powder, you're not kind of sure what products you actually want to sell, what would be good to sell, I do actually have a link to my 100% free 100K product list, which will be in the card somewhere up here. You guys can go ahead and sign up there, and you will get access to the 100K product list. It'll be linked in the description box as well as the first link, so you guys can go ahead. It's brennanvaleski.com/100K products. So you can get access to the product list if you're not sure exactly what you actually want to sell on your product pages, like these two here. So that may help you guys out, hopefully, based on, to try and figure out what products you want to sell. It also comes with the 3-day free training series as well. So it's just super valuable, super helpful. I definitely recommend you guys get signed up for that and download it. Download the list. Now, to actually build the product pages like this, all we have to do, once you already have Thrive Architect, right, or if you're doing the ClickFunnels route, I'm not going to be showing how to do the ClickFunnels route in this video just because personally, it's not that ClickFunnels is bad, it's just a lot more expensive. I know a lot of you guys are on a budget or you want to be more customizable. Personally, I like the more customizable stuff. So without further ado, Thrive Architect, right, we got that in here, or we have the full membership as well. Then after that, we can go into the WordPress dashboard. Once we have our WordPress set up with Bluehost, we go into the WordPress dashboard here. So this is where you go in to create your actual pages. And all you have to do, once you have everything installed, it's just like adding plugins or apps to a Shopify store. It's the same kind of concept here. You go ahead and click Add New under your pages. So now we're just going to be creating a test here. So I'm just going to call this like test page, just to show you guys exactly how to do this. And you do need to click Save Draft as well before you go ahead and actually launch the Architect. All right, so now that it's saved as like a test page, we can go over to Launch Thrive Architect, and it will load up a nice little test page of just like, whatever. Now, to actually get the product pages set up, I would recommend typically you could install this actual example. I will leave a link to that as well towards the end of the video on how to actually like set that up, or in the description as well. Like you can download this as a template. So if you want the template, you can get that as well. And so if you download the template, or you just want to use one of Thrive's templates itself, they also have a lot of templates as well, which is really, really, really cool. All you have to do is, if you're downloading the one that I give you, you just import the landing page. Or if you just want to create it from scratch, you can choose the landing page template. Now, as you can see, Thrive actually offers a ton of different landing page templates here. So as you can see, they have a ton of different templates that you can choose from for a variety of different types of things you may want to do. Maybe you want to set up different types of sites. Maybe, however you end up doing it, there's a lot of different options. Now, personally, if you want to start from blank, you can do that, but it's a lot of work actually. So I typically will either go with like this one. I kind of like this one, or you could also go with maybe this other flat minimalistic one. But typically you just want to start with something pretty basic to get yourself loaded up. So let's go ahead and go back to the bright one. I personally kind of like this one, and then you can just click to set up the page. It could be the short video page, or this replay page, or I'm just going to go ahead and load up this page. I mean, whatever page you end up choosing, all of them kind of work. It just depends on what you want to do here. So I have that saved in here. Now, once you go ahead and load up your landing page, right, this is just a very simple, basic one. You go in here and manipulate everything. You can delete these boxes here, or you delete that there. And so then you have your nice little heading here, very similar to this, where you have your activated charcoal powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that in here. So now on this test page, as you can see, these are the different options that you have, right? You can paste that in there. You can go ahead and center the text. You can make it bigger or smaller. There's really a ton of different options here with the Thrive Architect landing pages. You could also then change the font if you want to. I think it was Rock Salt is the one I was using. Yeah, so that's just for the branding of this one. You could really use a ton of different fonts. They have a ton. All the Google fonts are loaded in here, so you definitely have a bunch of different options. So you can load that in there as well. Go ahead and just delete this here because you guys don't really need that. We can go ahead and delete that. And yeah, so next thing we can do is just go ahead and we're going to leave the background section. We can drag in a columns. So then this is what you want to do for your image. So to set it up very much like we have to adjust the sizing here of the backdrop. Yeah, so that's like 200. There we go. All right, so now to adjust the sizing here, all you have to do to go down is to margins. Margins and padding, that is how you adjust like the layout of how everything kind of pops up. But you can go ahead and drag in images in here. And as you can see, it's just way more customizable than a typical Shopify page, right? So you have your images you could drag in here, insert any kind of image that you want, right? So maybe, you have your product. So let's go ahead and just drag in these toothbrushes as another example. This is maybe an upsell that you might want to do with the charcoal powder, because people that are brushing their teeth with the charcoal powder might want some charcoal toothpaste, or not toothpaste, the charcoal toothbrushes. Like the whole charcoal thing is just really like quite a trend right now. If you are in the beauty niche, maybe you want to start selling that kind of stuff. Wink, wink. But charcoal toothbrush, if I can spell, yeah, charcoal toothbrush. Or maybe just put natural, right? Natural charcoal toothbrush. Something there that's, that gets the person excited, okay? We can go ahead and change the colors of the background section as well. So as you can see, you can change the color there. And you can get any kind of feel and look that you want. I'm going to go ahead and go with this because it looks kind of like natural, right? The whole like greenish kind of tint. You can really do whatever you want here. Like there's complete freedom with how you set up this page. And you can use these pages for more than even just Shopify products, but that's kind of what we're going over in this example here, e-commerce products, how to create a good landing page for that. So the next thing you want to do then is also have your heading. Now I would typically recommend duplicating text because it is actually more frustrating to retype out text completely. So we go ahead and highlight that. We could just change that to black over here. So as you can see, it pops in there. Now you could also load in the price here. So as you can see, it was 80 today only. The price here that we have. So really, you can see that you can load in like literally anything that you want on these pages. You can go ahead and do that. Drag it down. Now I probably wouldn't sell that for $39.95. I'd probably sell that for like $14.95. Was maybe, I don't know, like 30. Yeah, it's whatever you want to do. It's like 50% off, boys, ladies and gentlemen. So natural charcoal toothbrush. You have your header there, right? And then I'm just going to drag that over here. Then we have the checklist. Now the checklist, to go ahead and set that up as well in Thrive Architect, all you have to do is then scroll down into styled list. Now you do have to drag it a couple times occasionally when you're switching pages. But as you can see, the list elements, you have it, you can space it out however you like. You can change the icons even from a check mark to maybe even another type of check. I personally kind of like these ones. You can change the colors. I mean, literally you can change absolutely everything that you want. Font size, let's go ahead and we can make those a little bit bigger. So you could put in like benefits of the product, kind of like you guys saw with the example here, right? On the physical example with like 100% safe, will not damage your devices. So this is kind of like the checklist you guys could set up as well. There with that is, some sort of checklist like that, or potentially even, like the little tutorial section That's also, if you guys can see that, that's also what you guys could set up on your product pages like this, right? So you have your list elements. We're going to go ahead and just put like, you know, we could put FDA approved, you know, just something to help sell the product, right? It could be like 100% guarantee to clean your teeth. I mean, you have to do some research on like what you actually, what your audience would respond to. You know, brighter smile in no time. That's something else you could also put in there in no time. So you can really type in really exactly what you want here on that little list. As you can see, you can also drag in a divider, which we can just search for divider and go ahead and drag that in below here. And we can just adjust the margins, you know, kind of drag it around how exactly we want. Move the styled list kind of up a little bit more. So as you can see, it's kind of starting to come together a little bit more now. I would typically recommend maybe put this as like a green color or something. You know, you probably want to change that. Actually, let's stick to that color scheme there. Go ahead and save and apply. So as you can see, $14.95 pops up for the if it loads. Okay, so it was $30 today, only $14.95. We go ahead and then load in our button. Now the button is the next aspect to this, which is kind of a little bit complicated, but it's actually pretty simple to set up. To link, all you have to do is link it to your cart. Now, when I'm selecting the buttons, I do typically like the border 2. That's the one that kind of stands out the most. Depending on the product or depending on the landing page that you are designing, I do typically like that one. You want to make it nice and big here. Not quite XXL, but XL is pretty nice as well. We can go ahead and change that font into Poppins, which is what we're using for this page. Apply that there. Go ahead and bold it. And we can just do add, you know, add to cart. Add to cart now, maybe. You know, you can do whatever you want there. With that button, you could even change the color. Let's actually change that add to cart button to an orange. Like a yellow, maybe like an orange. Yeah, I kind of like, I kind of like that orange a little bit better. So we can go with that. Now it sometimes does leave that little border bottom there, which is slightly annoying to fix, but you know, you get the point. You can change the color to anything that you like, right? A nice bright add to cart button. Very, very similar here, very similar color scheme to the Survival Life brand for their credit card knife because, you know, it converts, it works. It's a nice bright color. That could also be good for your product pages. Now, in order to go, let's just go ahead and go with the default style on here. Go up to the style, right? Let's go ahead and just go with default. Or rounded is also nice. I prefer rounded on a lot of pages. But then we change the color to that orange. And as you can see, you know, add to cart now. You know, add to cart. You could also have it as something like enter your shipping details. If you're doing a free plus shipping offer, that's something else that you can then set up. So as you can see, this is kind of the product page, right? It's starting to come together. You know, you can edit how the highlight actually changes in there as well. But as you can see, you know, add to cart now gets people to take action, right? That's all the whole point there of that. And we can also go ahead and add in the images for, you know, guaranteed safe checkout. Go ahead and load that right below the post there, the guaranteed safe checkout. You can change the image size, make it a little bigger, a little smaller, however you want. All right, so we can go ahead and put that in the middle. The alignment is typically you want to put it centered as well. So we can go ahead and move that and adjust it up if you want it a little bit closer to the add to cart button. You know, guaranteed safe checkout. Another thing we could then do is then the countdown timer. So like all this kind of stuff you would normally need a bunch of apps for on Shopify to actually do all these kind of like customizable things, which does get, you know, slightly annoying. You can add in even customer reviews, which is something, you know, you can drag in like a little star section. as well. You know, you could go ahead and put that in there. You know, make it nice and big, like it's got 5-star reviews. Not the 2.5 star. How do we fix? Okay, 2.5. So we could put it as like a, you know, maybe a 4.5 out of 5 stars, right? Or maybe even a 5-star rating. However you want to do it. Okay, it could be a 5-star rating. You know, 5 out of 5. You know, great reviews. You could really just customize this exactly how you want. That's kind of the whole gist of this video here, is setting everything up exactly how you want it, right? You can make things look just like this, right? Get this amazing Instablade, 100% for free. You know, all the check marks, all the images, all that stuff drugged there. Coolest knife ever. You know, anytime, anywhere. All these stories you could also share, like testimonials potentially if you have that. You can share anything you want. You know, send my free thing now. Send it now. You know, you could design all of that on the Thrive Architect plugin. Drag everything in. Now, if you are curious about how to actually make the add to cart button work, that is a little bit of a complicated setup, although it is pretty simple. So what I will also link below is a blog post to Shopify, which in order to set this up, you do need to use permalinks to preload the cart, and that is how you preload your products into the cart system. That is how I did it here with this page. So I preloaded a permalink, so it links people directly to the checkout. Now, in order to do that, like I said, this blog post will be linked in the description as well, or below the video. If you're reading, it's on a blog post that I posted on my site. This will be linked below, right? The cart permalink. So how to do this, you just watch this video. It's very, very simple how to set up the cart permalinks. You can also do a bunch of other cool stuff, like you know, you could set up a discount with the permalink. You could also add, you know, buy links to a blog post. You can do conversion tracking. You could even do, you know, you can set up quantities as well. Not in the, like the customer can't edit the quantities in the checkout, but you can change the how many they want to order on your product pages and just edit the link. So, you know, just watch this and you'll learn exactly how to set that up. That's how you link directly here. So as you can see, it was like, this is the product code is the 2279. So that's just, we just link the URL here. So just for the example, I'm going to go ahead and copy the link address and just go ahead and then paste that into the test page, because that is the link. So as you can see at the end of this number here, the 125, you know, cart button, it has a :1. So if you want to change it to add maybe 2 to the cart, you could just change the colon to 2, and it will then add 2 to the cart. So let's go ahead and test that really quick just to, you know, show you guys how this all works. And also another cool thing before we do that, all this stuff also works on mobile, so you can optimize your pages to set it up for mobile as well, which is really, really, really nice. You know, you can set it up for mobile too, or even tablet, but I mean, editing it for tablet is kind of the same as editing it for mobile. So really I would focus on just the desktop view and the mobile view for when you're editing your sites and your landing pages. Just make sure it works on both, because there are a lot of people that only use their phone on mobile as well. So you want to make sure you cater to those people, make sure it works on both mobile and desktop. Now, so when we go ahead and we can save this page here, and then we can go over to preview. And so we're going to test this page, and we click the add to cart now. It then takes you, as you can see, straight to the checkout, and it added 2 to the checkout instead of just 1. So you can also do that as well if you want to set up your page in a way that maybe it's like, you know, click here for 1, click here for 2, 3, you know, however you end up setting up your, you know, you can edit it a lot on your product pages. But if you just want to add to 1, then you just do the :1, which you saw on this page here. And it's pretty straightforward, right? You can set up all the custom pages. You can add the stars. Let's go ahead and also load in the countdown timer. So you can also set up an evergreen countdown timer if you wanted to set it up to where it lasts forever. So it resets again every hour. So it's like 2 hours and it just resets. Okay, you could do this countdown timer. You could also do this timer. I kind of like this timer more for like product pages, since it's a lot larger. You could also, sorry guys, the camera actually died right there. I had to reset it. So as you can see, this is the countdown timer options on the page. So you can see you can set up this style or this style. Those are kind of the two that I like the most, although this one's, like I said, better for product pages. You can set all of that kind of stuff up here. You can set up the countdown timer, right there. It's evergreen, right? So you can set the days, the times. Let's just go ahead and save that and then load up the preview again. Reset that. And like I said, you can change the colors, make everything look exactly how you want it. As you can see, there is then the countdown timer there to make people take action. You can even load in videos as well, which is really, really, really good. Like you see here, they have a nice little video there. You can go ahead and then also load in a video if you wanted to load in like a sales video, something there. You can maybe be like, you could load in some sort of test video there and be like, watch John, watch this video or something. I don't know, watch this video, ... Probably just put something there that catches people's attention, right? Watch the video on like why it's a great product or something like that. You can show exactly how the product works. Really, you can go and look at a ton of different sales pages. This is just a good example here from Survival Life, or even just the example I created for this video. It shares exactly what the product's about, right? All the features, easy to follow instructions, just dragging all the images in, and then add to cart now. So you can set this up, this custom landing pages with Thrive Architect. Like I said, you can go for the membership, or you can go ahead and go with the single license. It is just up to you. Or if you want something more simple, you could do ClickFunnels, but it is a bit expensive. And it is a little limited, right? You can't really customize it as well. That's why I personally use Thrive and recommend them over ClickFunnels, but it is up to you what you want to do. Like I said, everything will be linked in the description, to Bluehost as well, so you can go ahead and set up your site. And you can set up everything you want. I mean, you could set up literally anything you want. My entire homepage here for my new site, if you guys haven't checked it out, BrennanValeski.com. It's awesome. It's taken a lot of time to set up. I also did post, I do post blog posts on here as well. Kind of typically some that go off of videos I made in the past, or maybe even brand new ones like this one for the 7 tips for successful e-commerce website development. So all this kind of fun stuff is on my website, right? You guys can sign up for the free product list there as well. But all this page here is the same exact designer that I used for this product page. And for this product page here, it's all Thrive Architect. And it's absolutely incredible what you can do here with this plugin. So you can go to BrennanValeski.com/Thrive if you do want to get set up with this entire system here for the Thrive Architect plugin. Like I said, it's only the one-time fee if you do want to pay for that, or the membership if you want to set up the whole site kind of like I have here. So I do want to thank you guys for making it through this video, kind of understanding exactly why it is so beneficial, really to set up your own WordPress site, to set up all these custom pages. It really, really definitely takes you above and beyond what all of your competition is doing with just those standard like Shopify pages. Like, you're really not going to get that far with just standard typical Shopify pages, and they work, but this is going to get you way, way higher conversion rates, much, much more above and beyond. And there's a ton of other stuff you can do with your website as well beyond just the landing pages. Like, you can create a full site that you can do whatever you want with these pages, like I showed you in today's video. You can make something like this that's going to put you above the competition. So I do want to thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. If you do want to sign up and get emails from me as well and the 100K product list, you can sign up and get on the list here at BrennanValeski.com/100K products. That is linked there, and it will be at the end of the video right here as well. But I do want to thank you guys for sticking through. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.